in this last video we have seen if we want to convert a virtual machine into a physical into a virtual machine, we use the VMware's vCenter, or if we want to convert a physical machine into a virtual machine, we use this tool. Also, if you want to convert any disk image like Acronic True Image or Norton Ghost, or if we want to convert this image into a virtual machine, we also use this converter. So in the last video I will discuss a few topics. Now I will discuss the remaining topic in this video. So let's get started. So first, when we launch the converter, it will ask you what is the source type. So if you drop down this list, you can power on virtual machine, VMware infrastructure virtual machine, VMware workstation and other virtual machine, backup image or third party virtual image or Hyper-V virtual image. So you can choose. If you have a standalone server, you will choose power on virtual machine. If you have a ESXi host, you will always choose VMware infrastructure virtual machine. If you are running virtual machine on a VMware workstation, then you will choose the third one. And if you take a copy of your machine into a image, you can choose the second last option. And if your virtual machine running on a Hyper-V, you can choose the last option. So after selecting this option, you can give the credential of this machine. For example, you have to give their IP address or FQDN, fully qualified domain name, username or password or OS family. Here you have an option, as you can see on the bottom we have option view source details. So in this, if we click on this button, you can see the converter give me the name of the machine. Basically this is the profile of a machine. Basically this is the name of machine. This is the type of the machine, whether it is a physical or virtual machine. So this is the physical machine. This is BIOS, what operating system installed on it, and total size of this machine, how many CPUs are there, how many RAM size here, and network information. So basically this machine contain a single partition of 16 GB. So converter extract the hardware and hardware profile of the source machine, including all these information. So it will gather the information of their CPU, RAM, hard drive size or NICs. So select the destination type. So whenever you select the source type, which machine you want to convert, then you will select your target machine or destination type. So select a destination type. So you can migrate your machine from physical, virtual or any image from to the VMware infrastructure in VMware structure from 4.0 to up to 7.0. So in this scenario, you have to give the credential of your target machine or your destination machine. So for example, I am using a ESXi server, so here I have enter my information like vss2 esxlabs.com, user rate and my password. So as you enter your credential, it will open a new dialog box which shows very important option. For example, here you have choose the name of your machine. Basically this is the name you want to give your machine if you want to change your name. And it will show the it will display the VMs and template hierarchy, including VMs on the selected inventory object. Because I am selected the vCenter, it will show the vCenter. This is my data center product folder, and after that I have a folder which is called production VMs, which contain 3 VMs. And on the left side you can see I have the all option of my virtual machine detail in my production VMs. So I can choose whether I don't give the same name as I have already in my inventory. So this is the very good way. So you can see it has 2 virtual machines power running and one is power off. So I will give the name over here. So this is very important point to keep remember whenever you give any name to their machine. Also you can select the if I have a one folder, but you can create as many folder and move this new virtual machine on that folder. So after that the source is this one and the destination on this one, it will give the summary destination virtual machine. So I select my my data center, and on my data center I have a ESXi host. As you can see, ESXi2, ESXi2, EXREP, and in my ESXi server I have a data store where I will save my machine. So in this slide you can see this is the data store which reside on this machine. So there is the total capacity of 142.5 GB and free space and 101.33 MB, and the file system is VMFSS and block size 1M. So here we can select an very important parameter which is called virtual machine version. Basically, what is virtual machine version? Every ESXi host has a virtual machine version. For example, if you are using a old ESXi server, its version is very low. For example, if you are using 5.5 or 6.5 or 6 VM version of 6, it has a very low VMware version. So if you want to move to newer ESXi server, you have to choose new one, but for compatibility issue you should choose the same hardware version as your old machine having on the old hardware. So in this way you can select the data stores type and ESXi host and operating system version. So the ESXi will run the new VM, a data store visible to selected host, a VM hardware version 4, 5, 6, 10, but not 11. So this is the very important. As you can see, I have discussed this is the capacity of my data store on my ESXi2, and I select the older version if I want to some compatibility issue. So on the next screen I have some options. Basically these are the very important options, because these options give you the freedom to change the size of your hard drive, and if you want to change the network inventory, like you add any new network card or remove any old network card. So from this window you can change all these parameters. Basically this is the customize option. Set the target VM properties. Basically these are the 5 types of properties: data to copy, devices, network services, and advanced settings. Basically these are the very important settings we have to consider, but most of the time I will not use this setting, because I will move the machine as it was on old server to the new one. But sometimes you want to change for example, you want to change the size of your hard drive. For example, you have run of spaces and your hard drive is full and you want to extend the size of your hard drive, then you will use this option. So for example, data to copy, this is the very frequently option used in conversion, but so many people don't use this option, but I think this is the one of the most important and critical option of the VMware converter. For example, as you can see, if I click on the data, I click on the data or hard drive, so the second window will pop up. So I will explain all the parameter of the this window, because this is the resizing target VM disk. If you want to change the hard drive size, then you will click on this option. So as you can see on the bottom, you have we have an option 16,500 MB. Basically this is the actual size of my hard drive in MBs. And on the first row I have one size in GBs. This is the first and last rows are equal, 16 GBs. And if you want to change the size or resize, if you want to change, increase or decrease your hard drive size, you can choose the second last option, per size in MBs or GBs. These two options is used to increase or decrease the hard drive size of your new virtual machine. And the second option is very important, which is called 8.75. Basically what is tell you that this is the minimum size if for running this OS. So if you shrink your hard drive, you cannot go beyond this this space, otherwise your machine will crash down. So on the safe side, I will recommend you, if you want to increase the size of your hard drive, just multiply the second value 8.57 to 2 times or 3 times or 4 times as you wish. And in the bottom I have a few options: ignore, page file and hibernation file. Basically if you migrate or convert your machine, you don't include the Hibernate file or page file in your final destination VMs. So these are the some options where what is the size of their data store, as you can see. So with the help of this column, you can resize your virtual machine. For example, in my slide, I have a remaining size is 101.33. So I can increase my size. So keep remember this values in whenever you change your machine. So in this way, you cannot consume all your space in the conversion. So the other or advanced option is also in a bottom. For example, if I click on the advanced option, which is called synchronize changes. Basically, what it does, it moves the virtual machine from source to target machine, and then it will remove the resync all the changes during the conversion. So it will run as you can see, there is an option synchronize changes, run immediately after cloning. Whenever you clone the computer and move the machine to the target machine, and after conversion you will run immediately, or you can schedule the synchronization of old machine. There is an also option which is called post conversion conversion task. For example, if you want to set that power on destination machine, you will check this box. If you want to the power of this new virtual machine, you click on this. So most of the time I will always use power of the virtual machine, because if we don't use this, it will duplicate a machine in my network. And here in bottom we have post conversion processing. Install VMware tool on the destination machine, which is very good option. Customize guest preferences for the virtual machine. It will give the ability to change the name or change the size or change of the everything you want to keep. Remove system restore on checkpoint on destination. It will remove the snapshots or checkpoints from the destination virtual machine. Reconfigure destination virtual machine. So after conversion, converter can be power on new VM or power of source machine, do guest OS cut. Basically, these are the options very important to smoothly run the new virtual machine. Guest OS customization optionally set the establish a new identity for the new created VM, because if we want to change the name of a server, we want to create a new identity for the new server. Used to prevent the identity clash with running source machine and new VM. If we don't change the customization of a server, then we will clash the both server, old one and new one. So these are all about of my this class, and in my next class I will demonstrate all these things in my lab video. So don't miss my lab video, because this is the very important concept. In my next video, I will not explain the thing, what is target machine, what is the hardware version, what's where to download, how to customize your VMs. So these cover the very important topic. I will recommend you, or please do the lab on yourself. Download this tool from the website and install in your machine and play with it. You can convert your home machine to virtual machine with the help of this tool. So you can easily perform this lab on your PC. If you have two PC or single PC, even you can perform this all tasks in your single PC. So in my next video, I will show you how to use this tool very efficiently. So thank you very much, and subscribe my channel if you don't subscribe it, and like my video. So till the next video, I will see you in the next video. Okay, thank you very much.